Welcome back, you guys. So today I thought it'd be different to film in my room where I do my haul videos, just because it's quiet. It's in an enclosed room, so I don't have to worry about the puppy and the kids, and you know what I mean. So I thought that it'd be cool just to do this video in here. If you're new here, my name is Liz. This is Simply Homeschool. I love sharing about our homeschool journey. This is our 5th year homeschooling and our third year on YouTube. 3rd or 4th, I can't remember now, you guys. I think we started YouTubing our 2nd year. I don't know, but it's been a while. So if you're new here, I hope you stay and subscribe and you enjoy the content that I put out for you. And if you're returning, welcome back, you guys. I hope that you guys are enjoying my channel. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how long you've been here with me and what videos you like most that I upload. That would be helpful. So today I am just going to be talking to you guys about our first day of school and how it went. My plans were to record our first day of school. Those plans I actually did, but the footage was so crazy that I couldn't put a video together for you guys. It wouldn't make sense. It was all over the place. So with that being said, it kind of explains to you how our first day of school went, right? So if you guys are like me, I like to plan everything. I'm a planner. I like trying to have everything ready and situated. And it just doesn't always turn out that way. You know what I mean? We could want something just so badly and expect it to go one way, and it's completely different. So with that being said, I'm trying to roll with things, and I'm trying to just take it for what it is, move on with it, and not get overwhelmed or frustrated or feeling kind of like a failure in a way because it's not working out the way that I had planned. So starting off, now I will put in a little bit of footage just to share with you guys what we were doing, just to kind of give you a peek into our first day. Now with that being said, it wasn't a horrible day. We just didn't get a lot done at all. So our plans were to start the day after Labor Day. That did not work out. I ended up pushing it a week longer. I wasn't ready. The schoolroom wasn't ready. For me, I very much am like a check the box off as I go. It helps me process. It helps me feel calm, I guess, into what I'm doing or preparing. So I pushed it a week, which was the right decision. Our plans were to start on, I'm giving you guys a lot of detail, but that's just how I am. So our plans were to start on Friday. And what we typically like to do is our first day of school is basically like an orientation, I would say. We like to have like a little lunch together, breakfast at the table. And I usually lay out like different things that we'll be working on through the year. We do like our goals and things like that. We take photos for our first day of school, just stuff like that. Well, that ended up getting pushed to Monday. So I found out my sister had a hair appointment Monday, so it got pushed until the afternoon. So what we planned on doing was the kids were going to be with me in the morning, and then when she got back from her hair appointment, we were going to start, our orientation. So it did. It started off really well. Our morning was good. The girls were dropped off to me. So there's 4 kids in total if you're new. I have a 5th grader now. She's a girl. I have a son that's in kindergarten. And then my 2 nieces are in 9th grade and in 4th grade. So all the kids were with me in the morning. We had a really chill morning. We were relaxing. We actually watched Miracles from Heaven. So heartbreaking and so wonderful all at the same time, right? If you've ever seen, you know what I'm talking about. It's based on a true story. Just a wonderful movie. So we started our morning off that way. When I found out my sister was coming, I took the kids outside one by one. We took photos. Meanwhile, I have a puppy, so that was an insane part of the day. So as you can see here, I took the kids out, we took photos, we came back in, and I started preparing lunch because we were going to have a lunch as we went over goals, prayers, our schedule, things like that. So at that time, my sister got back and we started to get everything prepared. I set up the camera, put us, out in the schoolroom. And that's when it really started to get chaotic. Okay, so I have a kindergartner. So sitting down and doing goals and schedules, it doesn't really sit well with him. You know what I mean? He doesn't quite grasp everything that's going on. And mainly it was for the older kids because his schedule he's doing videos. So it was just more aimed towards the older kids. I talked to him about what he wanted through the year. We went around in a circle. I had the kids read their verse cards. Meanwhile, my puppy is like putting his paws on the table, trying to eat our food. I'm like telling him to get down. It was just crazy. Okay, so that pretty little picture I had painted in my head of us sitting down and it being calm and the puppy sleeping maybe, and me going over the schedule and goals with my sister with the kids. That was wishful thinking, guys. So we just rolled with it. At that point, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna record because it's just more stress on me. And I just figured that I can talk to you guys and kind of share with you what our day looked like in a way. So what we did is we went around the table. We talked about what we expected for the year, both them and myself and my sister. We talked about goals, and in their planners that I created, they have like a page for prayer, a page for like their goals for each quarter. So they did their first quarter and we kind of talked about it. Things they wanted to see more of this year, things we wanted to see more of this year, things we didn't want to see this year. Like for instance, myself and my sister, we want more patience. I mean, what parent out there does not feel the same way with patience, especially when it's chaotic at school? Sometimes they don't want to do it. Sometimes they're not grasping something. Sometimes it's taking longer than you think. Whatever the case may be, we all want patience. So that's something we talked about, and, not getting grumpy, trying to stay more like calm and not be frustrated with them. But on the other side, the flip side of that, we ask them to obey, to listen to what we're asking of them. You know what I mean? And so we kind of made it like a full circle so that they understood, because they were saying they didn't like want us to get grumpy and they wanted us to like be more calm. And we're like, okay, that kind of goes with you guys listening, because the only reason we get grumpy, tell me if you guys feel the same way, is when the kiddos are not listening, or when they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, or when they're playing around when they're supposed to be working or listening to you read or something like that. So we were just trying to explain to them how everything kind of coincides with each other, that we have to work as a group, right? That's what homeschooling is, finding everybody's balance and working together. So we were talking about that with our goals and things, and how we want to do more field trips. I always feel like that's like the major thing on our list is field trips and games. So that's something that was on our list again. Just learning more things. My prayer and goal is to be more prayerful with the kids, teach the kids how to pray, where it comes from, different things, people, things to add into your prayer. That's not just like a habit forming prayer. So we went ahead and we did that. At that point, my son was jumping around and crazy. So I just started him on his videos. It was his first day of school. So he has video led, which is through Abeka. And so I sat him down and just started him on the videos. By the time we were done with goals and scheduling, we went over scheduling, telling what classes we had, who was going to be working with who, and how that was all going to work out. How if we're working with a kid at that moment, yes, the other child, if they need help, can tell us, but they need to wait until we are done so that we can move on to the next kid. So we kind of went over those rules and what our expectations were, and different activities and things that will be involving the kids in this year, and our plans for that, because we want to be involved in more things and have them in more activities and around more people and kids. So we talked about that. So anyways, my son started and we just continued working through that. By the time we were done with that, you guys, it had been hours of chaos. So needless to say, we did not start school at all. That's what we did our first day. My son did his full day, which went so well. He's the type of kiddo or person that likes to know exactly what they have. You know, how long is this video gonna take? How long is this class? How many pages do I have to do? When am I gonna be done? You know, how many days, like the whole year is going to be, kind of like that. So I have found different ways to work with him on that since our first day. We are now in our 4th week of school. So as you guys see my videos, we are probably about 3 weeks ahead of the video, 2 to 3. It kind of just depends. So we are, we're finding our rhythm. Things are going really, really well. Let me know down in the comments how many of you guys had it rough, how your school year is going so far. You know, it's good to put these videos out there for you guys because it's not perfect. We are not perfect. Nobody is perfect, right? We all have good days. We all have bad days. We all have, you know, our own moments. Our kids have their moments. Yeah, babe? I don't know. Is it in the room? It might. If it's not, Isaiah, grab a new bottle of water. They're right there. Sorry. My son was asking for water. So basically, I like putting these out there just so you know that we are all the same. You know what I mean? We all have our good days. We all have our bad days. Just because there's some of us doing YouTube channels and showing you guys, sharing our journey with you, it's usually good. You know what I mean? And I just don't ever want you to feel alone or to feel like, you know, why does it look that way? Or how come I'm doing it wrong? Or what am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. So that is the reason for this video, and just to kind of give you guys an update on how our first day of school went. So our first day of school, we didn't even do school. That's how our first day of school went, except for my son. He did. So he's a day ahead of us, and he did really, really well. But do you guys have any traditions for your guys' new year? That's basically ours, our goals, our prayer. What else? What else did they do? Oh, they went around the table and they got their little verse cards that I did for them, and we talked about the verse and, you know, just expectations. We do our lunch or breakfast together, and photos. One thing we did not do this year, again, okay, so not last year, but the prior year before that, we forgot to take like a group picture of all of us on our first day. So last year I was like, we have to get a picture of all of us together. And I did it. We got it. We got that picture. And then this year, because I was taking photos when my sister wasn't here, we didn't get a group photo. So we just got individual photos of the kids and none of us as a group, which is a bummer. So maybe we'll just try to do that at the end of the year instead of the beginning this year. But that's something I regret. Is there anything else I regret about this first school day? Not really. It is what it is. We've moved on, we've continued, and now we're getting our rhythm. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave me a comment, give me a like, and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys very soon in the next one. You guys be safe, be blessed. Bye.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars,